Hi guys, I'm Celeste. Um, Honestly, it's like 6:25 in the morning. Um, I hope you like the lighting. I have a candle on my altar burning. So, it's kind of nice. Like, I think candles give people great energy because it's a portal that you can like control. It's kind of like it's like a portable portal really, because the fire in the like circular shaped top, I feel like fire's already a portal, but it's kind of like, not that it's a weak portal, but when you have it in like a circular shape, like it just does something different. Like it just gives you like a different energy, right? Because the fire in itself is like the portal where something can manifest from nothing to something, right? Because it's like what the fire essentially does. Like, yeah, fire has a cause, but like nothing to something, and then exists for like the life of the flame, right? But I don't know, it does feel temporary because it's like you blow out the candle, or you know what I mean, like you blow out the fire, but like I don't know, something about like a candle in like a circular like thing, like the flower pot of the candle, the glass thing, you know, that thing. I don't know why I forgot. Yeah, so like I don't know why I said it that way. That was terrible. That was like really like you heard me say that. That's so crazy. That's actually crazy. Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna continue. It's really crazy. I don't know. I feel like if you burn a really nice candle, it's like a portal for your finances, because for a few reasons. In a really silly way. I mean, it depends on, I think it's a portal for anybody's finances, but like how much does the candle cost? If it costs more, then it's a portal for like, it's like the magnitude would be like higher, no matter like who you are. And also, in the silliest way, I think that in a lot of, but realistically, certain candles that are more expensive, people expect a certain like economic status to buy it, so that energy is already around the candle. So if you're like even below that, it's like then you get like more energy back from it, because other people, anyone who saw the candle, just expects it to be somebody who like has like more money. So it depends on what you have going on with your candles, I guess. I think it's useful for anybody, because even if somebody has a lot of money, they have to keep up their money, you know. They can't, I think that's kind of like what people get worried about. They're like, oh, so I have it, but like what if I don't even know what to do with it and then it's gone? You know, what if it goes away so fast? Like, I think people have that. If they do have money, it's more like, oh, but what if it could leave? Like, you know, if they have unresolved, like really it's just an unresolved issue in their chakras, like would be like where the fear comes from or the anxiety about it. But the silly part is resolving that fear doesn't make money show up. I know people have a lot of things they say. I don't think resolving an issue in your chakras just like instantly makes money show up. I don't think that's a thing that makes sense. Like, I get it, like magic, but like I think, I almost wanted to say like it depends what level you're on, but I think a weaker person can manifest money more easily, which again sounds silly. Like, it's like a weird, like you have to be strong enough to know that you're the source of it if you're creating it, but you have to be weak enough to have it actually happen, because if you were stronger it probably wouldn't happen. or it would happen in a very, very, very specific way to where you know that, like, it only came to you because you were so strong. But a lot of people are just going to, like, hallucinate that in the place of where it actually came from, which was just their own weakness. So you really have to try to have, I don't know, hopefully as complex of a mind as you can by then. You know, and try to find, do you like this? The little flashing, I can't even, you see the flashing purple light in there? It's an Enderman. It got trapped in a water bottle, and it's been in there for a while. So. But now it's doing what creepers do and explode, because honestly, it's been trapped in there for so long that it had to, you know, break into the coding of the game. It could figure out how to flash to that degree, like a creeper exploding, but it couldn't figure out how to, like, set off the actual explosion, so it's trapped in the awkward phase, but inside of a water bottle that's empty. Weird, right? Weird. But yeah, you know, staying in one place for too long, it just broke into the coding of the game and recoded itself. I don't know why, but that's just what happens. So yeah, sometimes I feel like a candle can come with something. Like, yeah, you bought it for yourself, but it's almost like it comes with some kind of, like, blessing, even if you don't know what it is and nobody knows what it is. Like, sometimes candles are labeled, but I almost think those are weaker. I actually do kind of think those are weaker. It's weird. I think the magic you can receive sometimes from a magical product is weaker than the, you know, the non-magic you receive from non-magical things. If you had a candle that's technically labeled as a spell, and then you had a normal house candle, I personally think you would get more magic from the normal house candle, unless your idea of, like, magic is so weak that you would need to rely on somebody you've never met who might or might not have some level of power, but they're willing to say that they do. Because what level do they have if they're willing to say that they do? They probably, if you know them, maybe they have a really high level. But maybe they have a really weak level. What if you don't know? What if they're just somebody who's willing, like, what if they're just another person who's willing to say that they practice magic? And it's like, okay, like, what's the depth of that? Like, there's a lot of things that can play into that. It doesn't just have to be, like, it can be, okay, what's the result? Like, what do you feel that you're actually capable of pulling into reality? On one hand. Which I do love buying, like, magical, you know, stuff sometimes. Like, it's not like a never thing. But I think that, I don't know. I don't rush to that if I feel like a normal house candle would be at the same level. Ow. The funny thing, not even talking about that, but, like, my jaw, it'll be silly. Not always, but, like, it'll just hurt, like, right here. Lately. So, but the silly part is, it only hurts, and then, like, yeah, I don't know how to explain that. I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't really matter. But it's not like a curse that it hurts. It's more like, it'll hurt in one way. I'll be like, okay, so I know what causes that. Like, when I think of how I'm, like, talking, like, how I'm, like, moving, right? But then Then a few minutes later, I'll be like sure that that's going to happen, but then it doesn't happen, and then I'm like, okay, so it wasn't real to begin with. Like, it's just like a reminder. Like, you can feel physical pain, but that doesn't mean the physical pain is real. Not to tell you your experience like doesn't matter. It's not that it doesn't, it's that like you can still experience like a glitch in the matrix with it, which theoretically just means the soul is still choosing it for some purpose. You just don't know why. So, yeah. I don't know what else I was gonna say. This candle. So, okay, so I had candles that my grandma had bought me, and I had already burned those. They were great, loved them. Today, I got this candle, or yesterday. When the days run together. So, yeah, so I got this candle, okay, and this candle, a lot of candles come with the theoretical idea of like, some like economic status like attached to them, because that's just what people envision. They're like, okay, like somebody's gonna buy this candle, I envision this type of person buying this candle, so that energy is already attached to it. When you burn it, you can activate that. So when people make a candle that is a spell, you have to be careful that you're not actually cursing yourself, because at least the people at the normal candle spell store don't believe that the energy they attached is going to come true. Right? So maybe it will, maybe it won't. If you're strong enough, you'll sense it, and you can activate that like soul tie to yourself that now the candle has, because you bought the candle. So technically it's like a recent purchase, so in a weird way it still has like a soul tie to you. It's the funniest thing. When I get so bored at work, I'll see somebody have like, because I work at Sam's Club, I'll see somebody have like a roasted chicken in their cart, and I'm just like, oh, so like what, you were looking at all the dead bodies and that one had a soul tie to you specifically, huh? Like, I don't say it, but I'm just thinking that, like, I'm always just laughing to myself, but then people are like, what are you laughing at? I'm like, honestly, nothing. Like, you would not, like, you don't want to know. Like, but yeah, you looked at all of the dead bodies and that one had a soul tie to you, so you chose that one specifically, because it could not have been any of the other ones for some reason, you know? Like, inspect the chicken, find out which one was, like, which one's yours, you know? I imagine it like the same way if somebody has like a soul tie to like a pet they're gonna meet someday that's like meant to be theirs or for their family, like, so I imagine it like, oh, like that dead roasted chicken had a soul tie to you specifically, like it already knew where it was going when it decided to like be a little extra crispy or something. Or like when the skin started to like burn off of it and like fall off, like it already knew where it was going. It had to look appealing to you, or that specific one wasn't going to go to you, right? Usually for a good reason. Actually, always for a good reason, unless you're in some type of extreme apocalypse, you know. So, and we're not right now. I mean, also, we don't even know if the government's gonna go to war with Iran or something, but that is an apocalypse in Iran for now. It's not us, so like, you know. But yeah, they're people, but that's not what I'm saying, obviously, you know. But like it sounds extreme. Like, wait, I just thought of like the perfect, yep, it sounds gross. You're responsible for wiping your butt, not somebody who lives in Iran. It doesn't mean you don't care, but it means that like it's just not your business. It doesn't mean you're like, I hope they die, but it's just not your business, right? You're responsible for yours, not theirs. It's kind of crazy, but it's true, you know? Anyway, I was gonna say this candle, instead of, I mean, I had a dream about houses after lighting the candle, that kind of thing. Like nice houses, whatever. So So, but when I woke up, the energy that the candle actually had attached to it wasn't about houses. It was about like magic schools, but like a physical magic school that's like a castle, right? So it kind of is giving like Harry Potter a little bit, but it wasn't even that. It was just like, what would your ideal magic school be? How old would the teachers be? Oh, why did they live this long? Because they're older than you are. How much older? Why do they not look that old, but they are actually infinitely old or something? Or they do look established in their age, but they're not like dying, you know, like they're healthy. Where does that come from? And then I was just, to myself, I was like, oh, they're just like really well paid for their work. Like they're actually paid in health too. Like they're actually like, they're so well paid, but they're also paid in their health and in the way they look and in the way they experience their lives, and they're paid in having a long life. They're paid in having a long life because that can be a form of payment for something. Being immortal can be a form of payment for something. I don't know. It was kind of funny. Not really immortal, but like, you know what I mean. Longer lives than normal. So, yeah. That was what I imagined, at least. Not that it's like really an Earth situation, but you know. Anyway, that's kind of all I have for this video, but I kind of just wanted to talk about that. I love you guys. Bye.